Good morning and good evening if you are in another part of the world. Megan Mitchell here again. As many of you know, I'm an artist and also a teacher. This is my 25th year teaching, and one of the things that I require my students to do is document their process of the work that they're creating. And many of them are not fond of it, but it is a reflective process that is meaningful in the long run. And as artists, we are very sensitive about people watching us as we're creating. You know, we're taught to celebrate the end result and not all of the detours along the way. So as I've been thinking about our journey with Ash and this process that we've been going through, I would encourage anyone who is criticizing or judging all of the phases that we've been through to think about all of the things in your life that you've created that didn't have a direct linear path. They may have detoured along the way. We are fortunate that we're in a time where we can have a great accessibility to information, but also it's unfortunate because there's a lot of scrutiny. We can get on, we can look at court documents and all of these things, and I think that's what has happened with our journey along the way is everyone has had so much accessibility, and with accessibility comes vulnerability. We've been we've been scrutinized. Mr. Ash has been scrutinized. But I would love for you to think about things in your life that you've created, and maybe that they weren't completely linear. They didn't just go towards the end result immediately. This whole thought process was sparked by an incredible article I read about the master artist of history. People like Michelangelo, people like Leonardo da Vinci, Renoir, Monet. And because of our technology, we can now go and x-ray some of these famous works that we associate with these artists. And what they have found is that many of them have other artworks underneath. And I have to think, is this the result of trial, error, the process of creating and making changes as you go? Maybe not. Maybe they painted over another piece. Maybe they restarted. And there's nothing taken away from the end result. We don't look at the Mona Lisa and think, oh, if the Mona Lisa wasn't facing that direction, or if the Mona Lisa was a little different, we don't judge that, and we are not taking anything away from that. That doesn't take away from the end result. And it's the same way with this journey. I would encourage everyone just to be positive and to realize that there's beauty in the process, and to enjoy the process, appreciate the process. Don't get caught up in all of the phases that are taking us to our masterpiece. I hope that is encouraging, and I hope that makes sense, because I think we don't always, as people, we don't always give enough grace for other parts, other people's journeys, and other creations as we do for our own. Have a blessed Thursday.